Hi guys, it's been so long, and today I have a little, what is it called? A little analysis, not a analysis, but like we're gonna be talking about Love Island and like everything that's transpired with like Cierra or whatnot, because we all know that I love to talk about stuff like that whenever he's not having it. But yeah, so let's get into the video. So for you that don't know, Love Island, Cierra, the girl, her name is Cierra, she got kicked off the show. I got new brushes, by the way. She got kicked off the show for being racist. What's new? You know what I mean? And when I heard this, I was like, oh my God, like another, you know, white adjacent, white whatever person using the N-word. What's new? Oh my God, oh, what's new? But as like, you know, I'm on TikTok and I'm on all these like platforms, it wasn't the N-word. It was actually a racial slur that has been used against Asians. And mind you, I've never seen this word before in my life, never heard this word before. Didn't even know this word existed. But that's probably because, hello, like I grew up in South Florida, like I've done elementary school through high school here, and you know, all of those years, I think I've only had like what, maybe one, maybe two. That's me being generous. Maybe two Asians in my classrooms, you know. And now that I'm in college, I don't think I haven't really had any Asians, you know, any Asians in my class. So I've never heard this word before. So I'm like, oh, okay, so she said this word. Is this a racial slur? Obviously, I had to do my research on it. And yes, it is. It is a slur that's been used against Asians. So I'm like, oh, fuck. How is Love Island going to deal with this? Because, like, this season ends in, like, a week. Like, this season ends in, like, a week. So are they going to kick this girl off? Like, what are they going to do? There's only, like, what, 3 more episodes maybe left? What are they going to do? And I was kind of scared about that because obviously they kicked Yulissa off, you know, because she said the N-word. There's like videos circulating of her saying the N-word, but we had to remember, like, it was in the beginning of the show. Like, the show started and everything started coming out about her. So it was easy to get rid of her, you know. So I didn't know what they were gonna do. I was like, oh my God, this girl's already closed off with Nicholas. So how are they gonna go about this? You know, and I'm tagging Love Island. If you told me I'm messy as fuck, every video that pops up on my feed on TikTok that's talking about like they need to get rid of Cierra, I'm like tagging Love Island because of course, if you know me, I don't stand for any type of racism. I don't give a fuck who it's towards. I don't give a fuck who it's towards, okay? So I'm like tagging Love Island. I'm not playing around. So I'm waiting. And then the episode comes out and they're like, Cierra has left the villa. I'm like, yes! We did it, Joe. Like, we did it, you know? So yeah, Cierra got kicked off the island for saying a racial slur. Now we're going to talk about the discourse that's been going around, you know, obviously because of this, of Cierra, whatever she's done. This girl has been getting a lot of hate online, obviously. You know what I mean? People are talking hella crap about her. Like, this girl lost 100,000 plus followers in less than like what, 3 days, maybe a week. It was crazy. She was at like 984 and she was at 984,000. Now I think she's at like 684. So that's more than 1,000. Maybe that's, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know math. That's why I'm a communication major. So yeah, she's lost a lot, which rightfully so. Like, she went on Love Island trying to get brand deals. She was already like an influencer, you know what I mean? So she went on Love Island clearly trying to get brand deals, blah, 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 blah. Great, that's cool. Get it how you get it, I don't care. But the way things are looking, and rightfully so, you're not getting any brand deals, baby. Okay, your words have consequences, you know? Like, you can't just, you just can't say, bro, the way I'm sitting is making me look cross-eyed. Y'all, I'm not cross-eyed, okay? Like, it's just whatever. But, yeah, you don't get your phone immediately after you leave the island. They actually, I think it's like a couple of days after that you get it. So I know her ass was like her heart was in her ass. I know that anxiety was kicking. She probably thinking, damn, which racial slur did I use? Because I know for a fact that she's probably used the N-word too, especially since she's best friends with fucking Brooke Schofield, whatever her name is, you know, and everything. Because everybody knows this girl is like psychotic. She literally talked about Trayvon Martin. Nevertheless, anyways, do I think that Love Island was right for kicking her off the villa? Absolutely. If you're gonna kick Yulissa off for saying the N-word, I think you should definitely kick her off too, because racism is racism, period. Racism is racism, period. Okay, and I think like a lot of Asians that came out, they were talking about it on like TikTok. They were like, Asian hate has never been taken seriously, ever. You know what I mean? And I've noticed that too. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the president of the United States called COVID-19 the Chinese flu. Nobody, like, Asians were getting killed at like such a crazy rate. Like, especially up in New York, bitches was getting stabbed. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, nobody cared though. Nobody took it as seriously. But I don't play that. Any type of racism, I don't play that. Do I think they should have kicked off? Absolutely. Now, do I think the bullying that she's getting online, receiving online, is okay? I think there's nuances. I think that, you know, your actions have consequences, especially since there's a person that also posted a DM between her and Cierra, and the girl was just like, hey, this is offensive and this is racist. And she was like, well, I guess that's not I'm glad that that's not the way that I meant it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, girl, no apology, no accountability from you. So it just goes to show that you know what you were doing and that you didn't care, because she said it like 3 times. You know, so do I think the bullying is okay? I'm not in the business of telling people that were wronged or that were offensed, that feel like, you know, I'm not in the business of telling them how to act, you know, because I hate when people tell me how to act when I'm upset, you know. Now, do I think the death threats to her and her family, do I think that's okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And at this point, with everything that I'm seeing online, I don't think you guys are even trying to hold her accountable for what she actually said. I don't think you guys were like rooting for this girl to get off the island because you genuinely think what she said was wrong. I think that you guys just didn't like her. Because even before the screenshots started coming out and the video, whatever started coming out, you guys already didn't like her, you know, on television, on Love Island. You guys didn't already like her. And okay, whatever. But I think you guys used her being racist as a way to get her off the island and for you to scrutinize her, or for you to like facilitate how you guys are even acting online right now. So I don't think that's okay. And that's my problem, right? There's nothing I hate more than performatism. Nothing I hate more, okay? Now you throw in performative activism, you throw in the activism in there, oh, y'all really making my ass itch. There's nothing I hate more, especially when it comes to serious things like that. And, you know, y'all did the same thing during Black Lives Matter, right? People were posting online like the Blackout Tuesday, Blackout Thursday, whatever day it was, you know what I mean? Just for you guys to not even have that on your social media anymore. Like, I know people personally, I go look at their social media and that picture's not even there anymore. You guys are performative. A lot of you are performative. Why you don't post about Black Lives Matter anymore? Why? Does Black Lives not still matter? Why don't you talk about it? Were you doing it because it was a trend? I remember, bro, bitches was like doing blackface times some. Damn right I support it. And it's just like, this is not a joke. This is actually real life experiences. This is actually real. This is real life. Like police brutality has been happening for however long, right? The system, the police system, that department itself was built specifically to single-handedly imprison Black people, kill Black people. All you have to do is do some research, and for you to figure that out, for you to find that out, right? So yeah, I don't fuck with the performatism, and that's what you guys are giving. You guys are not trying to hold her accountable because of what she actually did. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about her actually being racist. Y'all care about destroying this girl's life, and not because of what she said, but because y'all just don't like her. Do I think that she should lose all the brand deals? Of course. It seems like she is. Perfect. Because there needs to be an example made. You want to be racist, you want to say disgusting things, you want to be a bigoted person, yeah, your mouth has consequences. Absolutely. But do I think that's what's happening here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You guys just don't like the girl. Okay? You guys just don't like her. Y'all don't care that she used a racist slur. Y'all just don't like her. You know? Because if we want to talk about it, if she's getting that type of treatment, so should Austin on the show, right? Yeah, Penelope told him. So should Austin. But why isn't he getting that type of treatment? Why? Because he's a man? He's a white man? He's an attractive white man? Well, according to y'all. He's an attractive white man? Right? You can get away with murder. You can get away with murder if you are an Austin is an attractive white man. He's, what is that word? Charismatic. And he's funny as fuck. I'll give you that. That man is funny. There's no video that I've seen of Austin that I haven't laughed. Like, this man, he's a funny man. He's very funny. Is he racist? Absolutely. And everybody knows this. But you guys give him grace because when you look like him, you can get away with anything, right? Yeah. Yes. And that's what I don't mess with that at all. And you know how I know too, y'all don't care, because he literally came online and apologize. It's like, I do not support racism. All of my reposts, I'm sorry for my reposts. Da, 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 da. Nobody batted an eye. Everybody's just like, oh, okay. Y'all, first of all, y'all weren't even getting on his case even before his apology. But as soon as Cierra kicks out, you want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? And nobody says anything. y'all just want to destroy this girl because y'all don't like women. Let's start there. Y'all don't like women, and y'all had a perfect opportunity to get rid of her, and y'all used it. Y'all facilitated it. Do I think she deserved 100% to get kicked out of the villa? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. If she didn't get kicked out of the villa, I definitely would not have been watching that show anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think she 100% deserved to get kicked out of the villa. But what is that saying? If it works for one, it works for all, or whatever the thing is. Like, treat all racism the same, all people the same. Like, don't let Austin slide. What the fuck? This man is over here on national TV literally tonguing down a black girl. Not only a black girl, but a Haitian, okay? A Haitian American. And y'all not even batting an eye. Anyways, nevertheless, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Jeremiah that literally stood up for Cierra. He's like, yeah, I don't fuck with that racist shit. I've had to deal with it my whole life. Cause you know, he's like, he's black and white. You know, I think his mom's white, his dad's black, whatever. And it's just like, but you're hanging out with Austin. So which one is it? What the fuck? Always giving performative. And then the discourse that's going on online, Thompson, oh, you guys are just too sensitive. Too sensitive to what? To racism? To racism? Of course you would think that. You've never had to deal with it. You've never had to deal with racism. You've never had to deal with somebody constantly calling you a word that shouldn't even be coming out of their mouths, right? Why wouldn't you? Of course. Why wouldn't you think that people are too sensitive? Why wouldn't you think that, right? Because you're not the one getting the end of the stick, or whatever you want to say, right? It's never fun. It's always funny when you're not the one being told, like, the joke isn't towards you, right? But let me get the gun. Because it's never fun when Rabbit got the gun, right? Exactly. Do you know what it's like to constantly be told something? Or to be called something? Like, and my thing is, let's just remove the fact that, like, I don't know, that word is, you know, disrespectful to a whole demographic, right? Let's just say, like, the word that she said, let's use the N-word, since I can say, you know, let's just say nigga is just like, oh, it's, you know, it's offensive when a white person says it, or a non-black person says it, right? Let's just pretend that the word isn't nigga. Let's pretend like you said something, how should I explain? Okay, let's just say you're with your friend or whoever, and you say something that offends them, and they're like, hey, I don't like that. That offends me and my homegirls. That offend, like, this is not okay for you to be saying. Da, 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 da. Automatically, with empathy, if you're a right person with a brain, you say, oh, my bad, fam, my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that this was offensive. Never will come out of my mouth again, right? That's what a normal human being would do, right? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this offended you. I will never say it. I will never say it around you. Matter of fact, I won't even say it. And it's like, they'll be like, oh, well, and instead of apologizing, they'll be like, well, my best friend lets me say it. Okay, I grew up around black people. And it's just like, what the fuck? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Why are you telling me this? Do you think I need a whole rundown on how you grew up? I just told you this shit offends me. Why are you giving me a whole dissertation about why it's okay for you to say it? They have every excuse in the book. I don't give a fuck if your black friend lets you say it. That fuck. I don't give a fuck. That shit don't slide here. And you know how I know that you know you wrong? You are trying to test the waters with me. You're trying to test the water with certain black people because you won't say that in a group setting. You won't go say it around other black people you don't know. You won't go what's that? You won't go to Swinton. Come to Swinton, okay? Go say that shit in Regal Avenue. Go say that shit in Swinton. Come to me and my group of friends and say that shit. You know you're gonna get your my phone is thing. You know you're gonna get your teeth kicked in your mouth. You know that. You know that. That's why you only try to say it around certain people. And let's not play dumb. Let's not play dumb. You know that there's a difference between me saying the N-word and you saying the N-word. You think it's the same thing? You think it would be the same thing if my best friend called me a bitch and if my boyfriend called me a bitch? Exactly. You know there's a difference. You know there's a difference. The why you're acting like that, I know exactly why. You're like a kid. You tell the kid, hey, don't touch this. This is hot. And they're like, fucking crackhead. You get what I'm saying? Like, these people are horrible people. Horrible people. The way that minorities are treated, and I just want to include everybody because obviously we're not talking about Black Americans right now, we're talking about Asians. The way that minorities are treated is absolutely disgusting. All you have to have is a heart to know that this is not okay. This is not okay. And all we ask you is to not say a certain word or not to be, I don't know, not to say hurtful things. And what do y'all do? Y'all just say it and then say that we're sensitive. If something offends a whole population of people, don't you think that maybe not, right? Maybe I shouldn't be like saying these things, right? That would be the right thing to do. No. Horrible people. Horrible. And if you actually knew history, you wouldn't even want to say these things that you're saying. But it's because the American system the American educational system doesn't teach you about what actually happened. Y'all niggas over here teaching people about Martin Luther King. Let's talk about how y'all bitches used to eat black people. Let's talk about how y'all bitches used to skin black kids alive in front of their parents. Let's talk about the phrase motherfucker. Do you know where that came from? It came from slave owners making their sons fuck their mothers. Why don't you want to talk about that? Is it too, it's not digestible enough for you? Sorry, bitch. I'm not in the business of making things digestible for you. I'm just not. Okay? Let's talk about the Native Americans. The Trail of Tears. Why isn't that being taught in schools? Y'all only talk about Christopher Columbus and how he found America. Found. How you found something that already belonged to somebody. My fucking God. Right? The propaganda is so... Pick up a fucking book. Do you know that Google is free? Google is free. Google's free. Why am I the only one that knows how to use it? Google is free. And books are not that expensive. Pick it up. Okay? Let's talk about the Trail of Tears and what y'all did to the Native Americans. My fucking God. My fucking God. Fam, I took a class during my first year at FAU. It was called Intercultural Communication. One of my favorite classes. I got a B. I honestly thought I should have got an A, but whatever. One of my favorite classes taught by Dr. Trust. Some people don't like her. I love her. I love the class. And basically, we would do a lot of research. We did a lot of research on multiple different, you know, like groups of people. We did it on Native Americans. We did it on, what was that one that really interested me? Was it Indians or something? Anyways, we focused a lot on Native Americans. My God. My God. The things that these people did to Native Americans are unspeakable, fam. It's hard for me to even talk about it because oh my God. That parents would literally concoct suicide juices for their kids because they knew that their kids dying is a better fate than to have their kids in the hands of these people. These people are horrible people. Horrible people. I don't know why you guys keep these people are horrible people. Horrible people. Okay? Concocting juices for their kids because they just knew. These people stole, these people killed, these people raped. Okay? But America not gonna tell you that. Oh, Christopher Columbus founded America, a land that already belonged to people. Yeah. Do you know that suicidal rates are the highest amongst Native Americans? Why do you think that is? Do you think they just want to kill themselves? Imagine having your land stolen, your people killed, all these things happening to your people, and no repercussions for real. When was the last time you've seen a Native American? You stole their shit, you killed their people, you did all these things, and now you guys pushed them off to reserves. When's the last time you've seen a Native American? Hello? Somebody tell me. Yeah, exactly. That generational trauma is a thing, fam. Thompson, oh, why are you guys so pressed about slavery? Happened so long ago. Slavery happened so long ago. My grandfather came to America and Jim Crow laws was still a thing. My grandfather is still alive. And they recently brought back fucking legal segregation, bitch, up in Mississippi. Are we really so far removed? Are we really so far removed? You got this orange Cheeto puff in office talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna deport the Native Americans too. Yeah. As if this country isn't for them. The audacity. We will sell the 7 seas and never find where like these people get audacity from. Truly. Oh, you all talk about politics. Everything's about politics. Everything is about politics. You're in your mother's belly. Your politics is being discussed. That 5-day work week is politics. Was once politics. Whether I can work, whether you can work was once politics. Slavery, politics. Everything is politics. I don't know how you can go through this world and be like, oh yeah, da, 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 da. I don't agree with the two-party system. I don't even belong to either of them hoes. I'm an independent voter. Can I change it? No. I think Bernie Sanders should have won when he ran. Didn't he run independently? Do I fuck with the Electoral College? No. But what good does it do me? What good does it do anybody if I just sit here and be like, well, not my monkey, not my circus. Well, since I don't agree with this, then I'm not gonna fight to make a difference. I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna do this. Do you see how stupid that sounds? And that's why I will always write at dawn for education. I do not care. I think everybody should go to school because I know that you're not gonna sit down and educate yourself for real. When I tell you in my intercultural communication class, we watched a documentary about the Native Americans. Oh my God, I'm not gonna get emotional. But we watched a documentary on the Native Americans. This was recent too. I'm talking about the documentary came out like three years ago maybe. And obviously, like I said, like Native Americans have the highest suicide rate. These kids were like doing this thing with their farm or whatever the case may be, and nobody thought anything of it. At the end of the documentary, rest in peace, so and so, to that young man that had his whole life ahead of him. The whole entire class, I've never heard anything like it. The whole entire cast audibly gasped. Everybody's like, I'm on the verge of tears. What? This girl sitting next to me is on the verge of tears. My friend is in the verge. Everybody is in the verge. Even the guys were just like, it's no joke. Would I have learned that if I wasn't in that class? No. That's why I will always write it down for school. I don't think school is even for you to secure a job after you're done. Is that a great thing? Yes, great. Yes, you're gonna work after you're done. But I absolutely, positively, whatever, believe, that school is for you to learn about things that actually matter. And that's my spiel. That's my spiel for today. I urge you to do some research. That's my thing. Do some research. Read a book. Maybe, I don't know, go outside, touch some grass, do something, fam, because the fate of humanity literally lies in our hands and it's scary. But, yeah, but, hey, that's my rant for today. I think Cierra got everything that she deserved, but I do think you guys need to go outside and touch some grass and stop saying this girl and her family death threats. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's please, you know what I mean? And stop with the performatism. People online are like, oh, with the whole Cierra thing. People online are like, oh, like, like, it's just, like, I've never heard that word before. Like, you guys are being dramatic. I didn't even know it was a racial slur. Stop telling people how to feel. Stop telling Asians how to feel. You're not the one on the receiving end. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I hope all the Asians, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, honestly, y'all know I be fighting for y'all too. Y'all know I love y'all. I always say if I wasn't Haitian, I'd be Asian. If I wasn't Asian, I'd be Bahamian or like Asian, because I love y'all. Like, y'all are Tifa. I think y'all are beautiful. Somebody made a great point about how Asians are treated, and I've always noticed it. I've never put it into words. The women are sexualized and the men are demasculized. Y'all know what I mean. And I see it. The way y'all talk about Asian men, it's disgusting. It's actually so disgusting. It's disturbing. It disturbs my soul. So quit it. I think my new slogan is gonna be kind to one another. Yeah. Have a good day and be kind to one another.